Commander R.K. Murthy sir, retired Navy Engineering Officer. He served 20 years of his esteemed service for the country. He served in various ships, some ships still existing, some are decommissioned. He has a wide experience in marine engineering services, as well as he served in command headquarters and workup team and various other eminent officers of the Indian Navy. You will be surprised to know that he has faced a lot of challenges in his life. He awarded that one medal from the Chief of the Naval Staff. It is called CNS Citation in the Navy. His experience is not only he has limited in Navy. After retirement, he also served in various corporate sectors as senior cadre. He served also Reliance Industries as a senior general manager cadre. And later on, he has opened his own entrepreneurship business. He is presently an industrialist. Still, he has always an ambition to work for the society. He never ever limited up to his own expectation. He has a lot of enthusiasm till now to serve for the people, even those who retired from the defense services. Presently, he is President of Ex-Servicemen Veteran Forum of Andhra Pradesh State. Because of his guidelines and his leadership, presently I also got the opportunity to work under him. So, ladies and gentlemen, students, welcome Commander R.K. Murthy sir.
Medium school, because my father was a teacher. He is a Hindi Pandit in a Jilla Parishad schools. So till 5th standards I was brought up in grandmother's this one. After 6th, because my father working, I studied in various places in Guntur district, my schooling education. And after that, even intermediate, there was no choice, we had to go through Telugu medium. Then, because why I am mentioning my little brief, it may help you, because sir is mentioning communication skill. It is not only language, various other things. I am just coming into those points, practically what I have faced it. Just one, sorry, zero. Thank you, sir. So during that time, I have developed my interest in the NCC. I was a senior under officer in NCC, and I was a mess secretary with a thumping majority. Though I am not a localite, not a Kannadiga, but I learned the language within 6 months. That language I developed it basically to see the Rajkumar movies. I was a favorite hero of Kannada those days was Rajkumar. Now I think he is expired. So to understand that movie fully, I learned the Kannada. I can speak Kannada very well. And after that, I was elected in the mess secretary with a thumping majority. That too, Andhra getting. Till then, no Andhra was standing for a mess secretary. I got the majority record break in that college. And even 4th year, 5 year, those days my engineering was 5 years. I did mechanical engineering from there. 5 years, 4th and 5th year, then there was an association called Telugu Association in Bangalore. So I was a secretary for almost 2 years. We organized varieties of Telugu movies, getting some chettis. Chetti means Andhra, they call Vaishyas. They are well settled in Bangalore. They were all distributors for the Telugu movies. So we were getting movies and showing to all our Telugu group. Really it was a nice, and people were appreciating, families were coming, children, we were all enjoying. So that's how the college life went on. Even there, though we studied, we are good at studies, all that okay, but we have not developed our good language. We have not developed our communication skills. Those days never anyone was mentioning about communication skills. Like these days they were so much grilling the students, now you must be good at communication, like that. What is meant by communication? Basically, you have to know how to live. If you go to a corporate office, whatever they wanted, quickly you should get adapted to that. Suppose you go to defense, you must get used to that. What is meant by defense? Little bit I will touch upon that also, you may be having some interest. Okay, that in engineering college, those days, a bell-bottom pants, and then used to have a long hair, to show it up to the girls whenever we go to Mangalore, because our college, hardly any student in our college, no ladies, all gents only. When our final year engineering college, only 2 Punjabi girls joined as engineering students. Otherwise, it was totally a male domination, nothing else. So there is no co-education. So whenever we used to go to the Mangalore, we used to have the long hair. But in 4th year engineering, then suddenly the naval people came for recruitment. That is called university entry. These days you call it as a campus interviews. They came there and I also went casually. Then the interview I got selected. Then afterward they called me for service selection board in Allahabad. That's the first time I went to North India. Till then I was either Karnataka or Tamil Nadu or Andhra Pradesh. Only 3 states I have seen it. So I went to North India, got selected in the first list. Then even then, the language is not good. I am telling you very frankly, my language in English was not at all good, even then. Then how have I developed? Then when I joined the Navy in the basic training, though we are officers recruited, starting as a sub-lieutenant, because we did engineering and joined. Finally, they were giving salary also in the college. It was a very, very rosy thing, because I was sending money to my father when I was doing engineering in the college. So in my village, particularly, my father was telling his colleagues, many people, and many schools, they invited me for giving a lecture. It was all those days very happy to remember those events. Because once you get selected in the university, how parents will have a joy, that I can understand from my life. Then after that, when I joined the Navy, what these people were now telling skills, leadership qualities, and then sacrification, then stamina, character, conduct, all these things, one in all, it is a pattern of an officer in the defense forces. What these people were telling, this is there in 200 years back in a Royal Army or Navy or Air Force. These characters were designed in those armed forces very long back, not today. It is all been elaborated in the corporate type of culture, but it was there in the leadership. A simple example, the science in Japan before the World War II or I, their item is so pathetic, even they were not able to make one radio. In comparison with India also, they were not good in technology. But the moment the Germans and the Americans have buzzed them and putting a nuclear bomb on Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you know all that story. Because of that nuclear bomb bombardment, after that they have realized it, what is their country, where they stand. Then the hard work came in after that. After the World War II, they have become the excellent hard working. If 8 hours working is there, they work 10 hours and produce the item much more than what is given to them. So there was a big spirit in them. The country came over within 20 to 30 years. They have done very well, and now almost you can say automobiles. I use my automobiles, the 4 cars are there, I put it to travel. The Toyota, they have designed such a diesel engine. Even today, such a big country like us, we couldn't develop it. No, I am not blaming this one, because engineers have been put into routine operational people, but not put into the research. Research means simply routine. Research will not help in the universities. You have to go practically to the places. So like this, whenever in Navy, this type of requirement came, you have to get up at 4:30, take your tea within 10 minutes, get ready, toileting everything within 15 minutes, then be there for a PT. PT means physical training, that all you know it. But that physical training in Navy, particularly for officers, every day you have to run for 30 kilometers. Just minimum that one. Suppose if 30 kilometers you are not completed in 1 hour, what you have to do is, by evening, again another 6 kilometers you have to do the extra running. This is the bonus they give it, if you don't run properly. So that is the thing. And then afterwards, a parade. Then for that you have to go in uniform, Parade will be march past, you have to carry a big rifle with the right hand, then left, right, you have to do it. And then after that, the classes will start, theory classes. What is Second World War, First World War, what has happened, this war, who won, why they lost it, all these things. Not only war, and many other general knowledge things. In that classroom, almost because of this exercise continuously going on, most of them, 50% of them, they go to sleep within half an hour. Like I could see one or two here, a student. They must have tried whole night. Maybe there was no power supply, they could not sleep. So automatically, these lectures, when they are not encouraged and not encouraged to students, at that time still student face only training time. So you go to sleep. But thing is, those valuable speeches, we will never forget it, those who have taken advantage. Okay, whatever it is, that Navy, that's how goes on. Later on, swimming classes afternoon. Again, when you go to swimming, after lunch, you cannot immediately go for this one. There is a doctor's prescription. No one goes for this one, swimming or hard exercises. At least 1.5 hour gap should be there after you take the food. After the lunch, you cannot immediately jump into the water. Please remember, in case somebody after lunch they try to jump into water, please do not do that. Because digestive system, whole thing, when you take the food, they taught us, the doctors came and taught us why they should not do it. The moment the food is taken inside, all your blood which is there in the brain will try to go to the stomach area to digest that food, whatever you have taken it. So the mind will be very sleepy after the food. It is nothing wrong. People say, why you sleepy after lunch? It is a natural phenomenon. When you enjoy the food, when you do the hard work morning hours, after lunch, there is bit of half an hour, you will always get a nap. You get a thorough sleep. It is a common factor of a human being. Don't think that is a negative. Even in foreign countries these days, after the lunch, they are doing arrangement for the chair such a way that you relax by stretching your legs half an hour. So that it is a sleepy hours, then you can stretch your work even up to night at 10 o'clock without any strain. That is a human body concept. So like that we were going to swimming and all. So finally, what I want to say is, you have to get adapted to the defense, like they want you to run, you have to run. Then night times when there was extramural class, just 5 minutes before they give a slip, you have to speak on this. Whether you know it or not, but you have to boldly come up to the stage so that you will lose that stage fear. These days they call it as the leadership qualities, public speech. This type of thing, everything was there in the defense those days, even now it is continuing. And most important is, after my engineering, then after the Navy, I worked 20 years in Navy, in the ships, as an engineering officer, as a mechanical engineer. We run the ships, we maintain the air conditioners, we maintain the propeller for the ship to run it, and generator means prime mover side, that is diesel engine side. The moment it runs to the generator, output of the electricity is maintained by electrical officer. Bigger ships, but smaller ship I was only looking after as an engineering officer, both sides, electrical and mechanical. And then we were also working in dockyards. In dockyard, again, we have to work with the civilians. In the ships is all uniformed people. You say anything, they say, yes sir, yeah, we'll do it, no problem. But when you come to dockyard, there is a union, come all the way, they waste your time of 2 hours, not waste, they come for a certain times, good points. And then the workers come for a, sir, we went to the ship, that particular generator is misbehaving, what do we do? Then you have to take it to the generator, that governor, malfunctioning, that generator test stands are there, and they were with me. I worked in IC shop, that means internal combustion engines, repairs and all. Like submarine, you see the beach side, one old submarine is there. In that main diesel engines, 3 number are there. The 3 main diesels were refitted and repaired by us. So I was sent to Russia for 6 months in '83. Must be most of you, none of you must have known at that time. Even my children are not born at that time. So, so '83 I was there 6 months for the training of the submarines. Then all these things we have learnt it from the civilians. Whatever I learnt it through service people, more than that 10 times I have learnt it through the docket management. because they are civilians. You cannot speak any wrong word. In Navy, we all the time come out is one point is bloody. Bloody man, you bloody man. Like this type of thing is very common in defense. But you can't use that word because all of them will stop, tool down. Then they will stop the work and that is strike. If you say one word, utter one wrong word. So we have learnt very good management with the civilians. That was very challenging. We have to know about engines. You have to know the ship sailing program. Accordingly, we have to repair it and hand over. You have to convince the supervisors. At the same time, you have to report to the seniors by writing, by telephone. Those days cells were not there. In 83, 84, 85, only land phones. We can communicate to our seniors. There is no other way. Otherwise, you have to personally go and tell him, explain about the problems. So in a dockyard, by working in production, planning and production control, and then I was a technical assistant to Admiral. All these things have taught me a good experience. Those are the skills which are unexplainable. You can ask any doubt on those things, I will answer you. After that, the most important career is, after I have resigned and came out in 99, I started my industry. I went into a food processing unit. All these mangoes which are available, you call it as a collector kaya, that is called Totapuri in English, and in certain areas it is called Chittur kaya. With this pulp we will make it and make it cans and store it, that can be stored for 3 years, whereas fruit get expired within 2-3 days. Food perishability, but the pulp is not perishable if you store in the cans. The cans also we were making. I have unit in BSEZ Duvada, but again that itself is a challenging, because if your parents or if you are a first generation entrepreneur, you have to take a lot of challenges. Challenges means you have to know the finance, you have to know the banking, you have to have the marketing skills, you have to have the purchasing capacity, purchase management, because purchasing everything is the farmers. Dealing with farmer, again, you know farmer is different, but dealing with farmer, you have to cut the fruit when it is ripened on the tree. You have to educate them, pre-harvest. You have to educate them. Certain times they just pluck it and bring it, they are not ripened, and it cannot fully ripen, you cannot make the juice, a pulp. So these are the certain things we have faced the problems with the farmers. We could educate. And export there is a lot of competition. And export, you have to see the ship schedules. In a container, all these pulp cans, you have to put it and load it in the ship. Sometimes the ship won't come, or ships will not stay for a long time. So there's all hurdles you have to go through and face it. So from this, I gained good experience in all this marketing. I have not done any MBA, but got a good experience. So all this hard work, what sir has said is, many failures will be a success for the future. Today, I am able to dictate the good direction to many people for industry starting. If somebody wants to start as a self-entrepreneurship, what are the hurdles you are going to face? I can nicely guide you and help you out not to get into any of the problems. And engineering aspects, you asked me about a gas turbine, you asked me about a diesel engine. I will tell you what are the problems, which are the best diesel engine.